Let's see here. I need a drink of water. You been drinking water? Isn't quite what I feel like listening to.
I don't see you. I see you.
It's okay. They say you're scary and stranger danger. It's okay. That's you. That's just what you look like. Little baby gray kitten. Okay, let's go. Bye. They said no more. You're freaking me out. Come on, go back here. Come here. I'm hearing noises. I'm hearing meows. Is there one in the bathroom? What? This little guy was in there. This little guy was in there. I think it was him that was mewing. Hi. Are you okay? This is the little gray guy's sibling. There was one more, but it got eaten by a dog and I had to bury it. Alright. There. Hi. Welcome to my tube. My name is Marge. I'm Heyoka Empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. The mom cat's up there. Stanley just settled in over here, I see. You got laser eyes, Stanley? I saw him a little bit. Man. I went to the Talpa Farmers Market today. It's just a little blip on the map. And you got cute little hard nose. Saw some people I met a couple weeks ago. Some nice folks selling some of their wares. See, when we were we always went to swap meets and stuff like that. And like thrift stores, you know, repurposing stuff. People don't want their stuff anymore. They get rid of it, give it to someone else who does. You know, there's all kinds of ways you can help people. But there was a young lady there that had an animal sanctuary, and I was like, I got about 9 cats that I gotta frickin' put someplace. you know, here before too long. And she gave me the name of a potential lead. Everything in life to me is just a potential lead that could lead to that is going to lead to something else. It just we don't know what that is. And so we had a nice conversation. I know that she and her partner weren't willing to take on much more than they already have, because she's fixing to have a little one. Oh, they shut off the dang fan. Artie, what are you doing? Why are you standing there? Are you the one that keeps doing this? So I got up and filled out our applications for a place to live out in Arroyo Hondo, and drove it out there to where the gal was having kind of an open house. And I got there. I thought it was I couldn't remember what time it was because I went to it last evening. She was there from 4 to 6, so I went last evening. And when she said the next day, I was just like, it doesn't matter because I'm going Thursday night. So I didn't even pick it up, but it was 10 to 12, and I got out there at 9:30, and there's this one little store. There's one little store out there, and but they got a lot of really good loot. You know, they had a lot of really good quality freaking products. You bugging you? He bugging you. I got him. It's okay. It's alright, Gray. You bug Gray. Good cat. Yeah, these little cats are definitely not outdoor cats, man, and they definitely deserve a good chance at life. And I'm not taking them to the shelter here because it's a high kill zone. I don't have any faith in the system that runs around this town. It just oozes all that old freaking all that's wrong with the world. The seediness, the club, the all of it nasty. Anyway, these cats deserve to have a chance at a good life and not just turn out to be freaking coyote food or something. So anyway, did I just get mud all over that? Huh. So drove out there and found out that they do have phone service. AT&T has service out there, and and I don't know. It's such a nice little trailer, and it's kind of funny because when I imagined I'd never been to New Mexico. I didn't know nothing about New Mexico. I came from Arizona, and I was just learning about high desert, but it's really not any different than it has more sage, but it's really quite similar to in the high desert in Oregon or a high desert in freaking California. I mean, so I didn't know really a whole lot about geography, and I don't really take other people's words into consideration. I'd rather get my own experience kind of type of thing, unless I know them real well. So we got here and it was just all flat. It was just all flat and just no trees where I live. It's just dusty, because it was winter when we got here, and so it snowed the night we got here. So I was just so excited. It was all tranquil and nice, and all new and fresh and cool, and everything was, and it's still really green here, and it's the middle of August. We got a lot of rain this year. A lot of wells filled up this year around these here parts, and they're trying to make it illegal for freaking people that are trying to not be government reliant. They're trying to make it illegal so that people have to be government reliant, use their systems and inspectors and all this stuff. And it's just like, dude, you guys already don't do your jobs. Maybe if you did your jobs, if you reliable, but you aren't. So, I talked to my buddy the other day, and he got it. Yeah, I was so happy for him. He got his old job back, and I love talking to people that talk to a lot of people, like people who work in the grocery store. He's a taxi cab driver, and so people that get a lot of perspective from different people, and people are waking up to realize that when has the government ever said anything true? And that it's because they do this stuff. Like, what are they up to, like 80, how many billions of dollars, 10 billion that they've sent over there? And I'm just like, dude, they ain't willing to erase my $26,000 in credit card debt, or people that I did not pay my bill because I didn't feel like it. It's because I had to keep a roof over me, mom, and all of my dogs all together, because that's all the family I have. So those are choices that I made. Because not breaking my own heart matters to me more than freaking, after these companies that are just, it's ridiculous. And money's not even real. At this point, it's numbers on a page, right? It's just people going around doing whatever they want, And Homeboy clearly is getting blackmailed. Clearly there's blackmail involved, and it's all money laundering. That's all that it is. They said that the Humvee came out in 2006. Somebody said, I saw a post, and I really hate those vehicles. I hate them. So I saw them when they came to freaking Crete from Operation Iraqi bullshit, or when they were coming to Crete to go to Operation Iraqi bullshit. Just so they can freaking rack up the price, and be like, oh yeah, for our own safety, and then they go over there and use them to freaking wreak havoc and freaking just massacre, decimate, just obliterate people that didn't even see it coming, had no idea. It's just the karma that is coming down, is coming to this nation. Because see, the thing of it is so many people got in a habit of playing and celebrating and enjoying their life so much that people forgot how to work. They don't know how to work, and there's so many. I don't really keep track of all that. Generation X, Y, Z, whatever. I don't give a shit. It's a whole percentage of the population that isn't willing to go out and do hard work. I'm not saying that there aren't people. I'm a person that enjoy. I told the lady this morning, I said, do you guys pay to have someone to do the yard? Because I would be glad to take care of this yard myself. And they're like, yeah, sure, if you want to. I'm like, that would really be cool for me. But there's a lot of people that want it, So, I don't know. If it's supposed to be, it's supposed to be. But it has been a pleasant exchange looking into it, though, and it's in such a beautiful place. The John Dunn Bridge is a big touristy spot. It's a big spot, and they have like hot springs and stuff like that. And it's closed evidently until November. They're doing repairs on it and probably painting and stuff like that. And so it's closed till November. This place is like less than 3 miles from that place, man. Well, I mean, and the backyard is a park kind of and by itself. But it when I pictured what this place would be like, it's more in line with that place is. Anyway, use of force. So I was asking, because I'm seeing more and more people. Like, I just was out walking the dog and I heard somebody yelling over here, like, put that they're yelling. I don't know if somebody had a fire. I don't know. There was something smoking, But I've seen this neighbor with like a bonfire on a windy day, so I don't know what that gripe was about because that wasn't anything by comparison. Anyway, but I know that there's a lot of hostility coming up in the world, a lot of hostilities coming up in the people. People don't know how to respond to it. They don't know how to, and they're just reacting. So a lot of brutality, man. People are so brutal. See, they don't know how little force it takes to cause great harm to the human body, to the skeleton, and people, people are more fragile now than they used to be. And I was sad to see an elderly man at just going down to get a freaking fast food, get a cheeseburger, maybe a cup of coffee, a plate of pancakes, who knows, and some other customer, big old bro, man, just big, just muscly, just freaking mad about his order, just starts going ballistic on everybody. And then I guess the old guy said something and he freaking took a swing at him. It's 10 days later, the old man freaking died, because people don't have emotional control. And why are people getting so mad? See, I have personal experience with this. This is what I have been learning about the evolution of what my body has been processing through, because they gave me 8 anthrax vaccine. It fried my endocrine system. See, so if they short everybody's temper, if they short everybody out, and you got all these people that go crazy, then the system gets to grow on saving us from ourselves. See, so in order to stay out of a problem, just, there's ways to freaking keep cool, calm, and collective, especially in this new age, man, because people just don't have filters, and a lot of that is because they're used to saying whatever they want in a bubble on the interwebs, and no one will ever see them, and they've carried that over into reality. And what they don't know is there's a lot of people that aren't going to tolerate, some nonsense. You might get popped in the lip, just so you know. And I'm saying this to myself too. I've been popped in the lip plenty of times. So Mars is going in Gemini. That's my natal position. That's natural to me. That's like, so all these energies. See, I look at the time of birth and like where the planets are when a spirit incarnates into this realm. I look at that as like how they carry their energies, how the energies are at that moment. That we encompass these energies, and then we walk through this life with these energies, and we all have like shadow to light, and every characteristic has good and bad to it, and it's all so encompassing. So like when the transits happen, if you have these placements. Good boy, Tuck. You want over here? Come here, Tuck. You want over here? Come over here. Good boy. Doggy. Good dog. Good? Good boy? Good? Does he look like he's comfortable? Oh, I guess he is. So then when we walk through, so when these transits happen, then you have these placements, or you have these places in degrees in your charts that are going to be activated. So I think that's how everybody gets to know how everybody feels, because everybody's activated in their chart, And a lot of people are feeling energies now that haven't happened since America's Pluto return, back in, what was it, 200, whatever it was. Ask one version, it's one thing, and ask somebody else, it's a different. All timelines and their perceptions are based on their frame of reference, and everybody has a different one. So people's DNA they're waking up. People's DNA are waking up because it remembers. It's their spirits. Remembers what it felt like the last time these planets were aligned like this, and then it remembers the time before that, and the time before that. And all of our spirits incarnate to do is just learn lessons, and it's just we're at a point that we're on a planet of people that just have not learned their lessons. They keep doing the same thing over and over, talking like, we're going to reach this world where there's just peace on earth, and there, everybody gets their little piece. Yet they perpetuate these crazy, nutty storylines to prohibit and keep that from happening on a daily basis. I mean, evidently word on the street is, with all, circles I run in, man, everybody wants to be alive on the planet right now. Because this is just like, the big show. It's coming, whatever is gonna snap, we're coming to a collective wave of a mass breaking point. There's always a breaking point. There's always only so much before something shifts and changes. And man, the nefariousness and the grossness and the perversion and the lack of discipline and just people not giving a crap about themselves, all of it. Enough is enough, and things are about to shift in a real big way. So I was listening to Chuchabata talk about his interpretation about Mars and Gemini, and I was just like, he was talking about, like, he used to steal a lot of shit when he was a kid, and I stole like a pair of sunglasses. I may have made amends for that. Because I stole some little rubber toy BB gun pellets when I was 2-3 at the Thrifties. It was a Thrifties in Morro Bay, California. And I had to go back and give them to the manager and, do the whole spiel. And so that was just like scary. I was just really easy to program because I was a trauma kid. I had terrible things happen. And so we're a lot easier to manipulate because you just put us in a well, I am. Not all of the trauma kids are like me. A lot of them went the other way where they don't feel anything at all. Where they feel nothing. Where it's just it's weird, man. People that don't, but they're real good at acting like they do feel something. They really are. So I saw something on the interwebs today, and I was like, I think that is the most wonderful thing I've ever seen. Hi, pretty girl, go up. Yeah, go up there. Yeah. Somebody named Kaylin Dion, I believe, wrote it. I don't know what page, because I just got the picture of the saying. It says, because I've had a lot of people do this to me in my life. You coming down, pretty lady? You're so cute. You're just like Tango. You get stupid tired when you wake up. If you are trying to provoke the monster in someone to prove that they are the monster, you claim that they are. You're the monster. And I was like, oh, I already sent that to my brother. Because that's why I'm not allowed to know where they live. Is because he said I hadn't worked in 2 years, and I had a flash of like getting the water for our toilet out of the creek, even in the winter, and it's cold and wet and slippery, and walking to the store every few days because car got repoed, and having really rad calves. I had like an 8-pack. I was like 42. I got carded. That was cool. I'm like, are you kidding? They're like, no. But you know how they are now. I mean, I'm happy to even at least look 30 when I was 42. So it's different now. I got a lot more lines on my face. So, and I had thought to myself that I had been working very hard. And he said, you hadn't worked in 2 years. And because he's told me to put mom in a home, get rid of a couple dogs, and go back to work so I can earn enough money to give half of it to freaking the government so they can kill people in places we have no business being in. It's just stupid. But he is like one of the most programmed persons I've ever known in my whole entire life. So, oh well, you know. And I said, you are an effing piece of shite. I yelled at it. I said, you are, because he said, you haven't worked in 2 years. And he hung up on me, and then we didn't speak again for like a year and a half. And then I owed him an apology. I don't even think I'm in it. I don't think I owed him one. I think he owed me one. So he always done that, but he's one of those that doesn't have any. He doesn't have any it's weird. It's a trip, and he's all those paradigms that have just, that I call out all the time. The freaking bros, all the bros in the bro club. It doesn't matter what the freaking bro club is if there's advantages for a small group and everybody else is left out. It's freaking some dumbass bro club, and it's all nonsense. I don't care if it's the Jesuits. I don't care if it's freaking NFL football. I don't care if it's freaking city council. All the freaking, all the DAs in the city. All the pilots that fly the planes. Everything is a club. Everything, And a lot of people have taken stuff to extremes. And that's what we're seeing on the planet, is the extreme and the individual, because, egos and spirit are both here to be without boundaries, without borders, with no box, just expanding and expanding. And so we see the planet when the whole world is Babylon right now, man. It's only going to get worse the next couple years. And people haven't been doing the work. So, I mean, infrastructures are dissolving. Where I live, they seem to be doing a lot of maintenance around here where I live. Like, they have planned outages from like 3 to 5 in the morning to work on substations and stuff like that. So, I'd still like to inspect their stuff. Oh, yeah. I'm like the freaking, I'm like quality insurance in a freaking for 5D, man. Anyway. So people haven't been doing the work, and so people are, oh man, we're coming into tropical storm season, hurricane season. A lot of people are going to experience stuff that they'd never ever thought that they would ever have to experience, because people are so used to the, comforts of life, and not being impacted by things. And there's too many timelines that are coming congruent. They've been streaming all next to each other, around each other, but they're about to start all merging into one. And more people are going to start having more and more of the same experience. Whether it's an experience of what it's like to be around some freaking lunatic that's just violent all of a sudden. I've seen it my whole life. That's why I'm like, I never knew a world. So many people, know this world where, I know it because I've been a part of it. I worked at a university, and now my feed is full of people taking their kids back to school, colleges, and I'm just like, oh God, the system continues. I'm constantly telling people, don't fucking waste your money on education, dude. Civilization is gonna be unrecognizable in like T-. They're not gonna learn anything there that is gonna do them a dang bit of good here in a very short time. You know, at least around here, the charter schools and stuff like that, they're always outside. So they're like learning how to frickin' plant food, and they're learning practical skills, stuff like that. Yeah, it's gonna happen. It already has. It just hasn't happened yet. That's how I look at it. How long have I been running my mouth? I'm about at the 30-minute mark. Hello, Lily. Lily. That is my Earth Angel's bird's name. Yeah, we can't, there's no solar options here. There's no solar options here. You know what they did in Taos? One of the companies sold all these products, all these panels and batteries and stuff like that, and they stopped manufacturing these like last year. So all these people are just have been sitting on their hands waiting for their deliveries, and they just put up a sign that said sorry. What, kept all their money? Eh. Whoa, 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 whoa. 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 That sounds like Gray. He's awful talky. Yeah, so solar isn't really an option around here. Oh, okay, that's her. Alright. Yeah, so, but I'll at least have a generator. And, Mom, we're survivors, man. You know? We've been it without utilities. You know? A lot of people have, you know? Oh, so going back to school right now, the college experience, you know, and it's just such a resource suck. And the people, and the thing of it is, like the freshmen and sophomores, you know, a lot of them, they're just like, F class, we just want to be wasted and freaking hook up. They don't care about nothing else, you know. Running up their credit cards, mom and dad don't care. They just want their, you know, it's weird. It's such a weird world that things turned into. Just the level of greed. I live there. I was thinking about that today. All this stuff going back and forth, you know, about, you know, psychics and divination and witches and, you know, Christians and this and the verses and that. You know, they call it the universe because there's a verse for everybody, you know, and it all makes up one collective consciousness. And you just had so many people that have been so narrow-minded, so broad a scope that they can only see life being one kind of way. And I've been there too. You know, enough life happens, you just start seeing, hey, they like that. It's so much different than the imposed world that we've been given. I mean, come on. You know, the system has been paying people to babysit your children, and, you know, as long as you can go to work and you don't care, you know, as long as they're out of your hair and they're somebody else's that's how most parents have freaking... Parents aren't involved. I've known teachers years and years and years, and that's one of the biggest bitches, gripes, and complaints that they have is that the parents don't give a crap. And so, you know, we got a society, you know, of that has evolved into a place of, you know, people that just don't care. Oh, well, I care. I care a lot. I'm going to keep imagining what this planet could be if freaking people just started opening their hearts and started living from a place of their heart. And not that, you know, God, I don't even understand. See, my world is so small because I don't recognize people that give a shit about freaking money, property, or prestige. They don't even have any practical knowledge. Like, anything you can do on a computer, I'm like, okay, unplug it. What are you going to do now? Stocks, bonds. Unplug the machine. What are you going to do now? Does the trade still happen if the power's out? The exchange? I used to work at a place called TD Ameritrade, and it was all about all that made up reindeer game. Every place I've looked around, I'm like, man, what value does this offer in the world where people gotta survive? Where? Oh, this is kind of a weird thing. I go outside to walk a dog, and there's a rooster in the yard. Yeah. So, there's a rooster in the yard. I'm like, I can't even make this stuff up, man. So what I do, because these animals just come visit. Did I find it? Okay, so rooster totem. It's not my totem, but I look at the I look up the totem animal whenever I receive visitors that I don't ordinarily see. So the rooster totem animal represents fearlessness. Although they may not look like the fiercest of animals, roosters are known. And then I started thinking, I don't know how long it's been here. And then when I went out, it was over here along the fence. So I have no idea how. I'm like, and then I was like, I wonder if it's pecked the cats in the neck. That's one of the control. I don't know. It's hard telling, but I want it to leave. I freaking was out there freaking trying to get it to leave for about 20 minutes this afternoon. I was just trying to show him that there's a whole world out there and he can just go out into the yard over there. There's people up the way about, I don't know, not too far. They sell eggs. Maybe it belongs to them. There's a lot of people around here that don't speak English, and I'm not real good with Spanish, so I guess I better learn, huh? Anyway, things are getting crazy. Crazier. Things are getting crazier. There are a lot of people that are freaking, I'm finding that are freaking stepping into giving a crap about themselves and taking care of themselves and thinking about what they eat and actually moving their ass and, going and getting some exercise and going and get some walk and, hanging out with trees and stuff like that. They're taking better care of themselves and all the rest, good luck. Good luck, all the rest. McDonald's drive-thru is always freaking full, man. It's always full. Always full. Always full.